Tonight, our Target 8 investigators are uncovering some new information about the circumstances surrounding the fire that killed 3 children, babies who police say were left alone in their home. Tonight, we're talking to the mother of those children for the first time, and we're learning that this isn't the first time that she's been accused of leaving her baby alone. 24-Hour News 8's Leon Hendricks has been on this case since the beginning. He is live again at the scene tonight. Leon?
Brian, good evening. That mother is devastated. She says that she tried everything she could to save her babies. She now spoke with us off camera as she sits in the middle of an investigation into whether or not she's fit to care for the surviving child, and the investigation into whether or not she's responsible for the deaths of the other 3. The tragic circumstances surrounding the fire that killed 3 babies has put a lot of attention on these children and what happened to them. While there was no scene quite like this, police have been called to investigate the children's mother before. Her name is Janetta Woods, a 25-year-old who was removed from her own mother's care and placed in the foster care system when she was younger. The fire that claimed the lives of her twins, Tanaya and Tevin Williams, and their 1-year-old baby sister, Tiana Henderson, is now the 4th time investigators have been called to look into those kids' mother. In 2008, investigators looked into a domestic situation between she and the father of her now 4-year-old child. And a year later, a much more serious claim. Police were called to the apartment complex she lived in at the time because a neighbor reported constant baby crying. A maintenance worker opened the apartment and investigators found a 1-year-old alone in the home. The baby was hot, the air conditioning was off, as the temperatures outside soared into the 90s. At that time, Woods claimed she'd only stepped away for a few minutes. She vowed not to let it happen again. Last year, another complaint. That one involved alleged dirty conditions, and again, children left without adult care. None of the cases were ever brought to court. Woods tells us that yesterday she had not been gone from the apartment long, and when she noticed the fire, she ran back to try and save her children.
She just heard them crying, but she couldn't go get them.
Her hair was singed in the process. Her sister told us that Woods was repaying money she'd borrowed from a friend and was planning to return home quickly. She says there was an adult that was with those kids. This photo is a mugshot of Janetta Woods taken from an arrest 2 weeks ago for failure to pay fines and court costs related to previous charges of larceny and having open alcohol in a car. Prosecutors are awaiting a full report about the fire and will determine whether or not Woods will face criminal charges because of this. Now, Child Protective Services was called in all of the investigations we talked about, but court records show that no action was ever filed by them here in Kalamazoo County, though all of the claims did originate here in this county. Woods tells us that she is cooperating with investigators. She says she too wants to know what caused the fire that has cost her so much. Reporting live in Kalamazoo, Leon Hendricks, 24-Hour News 8.
Thank you, Leon. Tonight, we know there was a 4th child who escaped the fire. Family members told us their heart hurts for the 3 children that died, but they are thankful that one of the 4 siblings survived.
The 4 years there, she left out the house. Thank God. 3 innocent children. It shouldn't happen like that.
Mayor Bobby Hopewell says that the child who survived needs clothes. We do have information on WoodTV.com explaining where you can donate clothes to help that child.